Hi back everyone. In this video, we're going to work on the way we're going to define channels based on Gann theory. So I'm going to write his name here, Gann swings. Okay, now the way we're going to work on is that we're going to compare high and lows of the candles next to each other. So it means that if we want to start from this point or this point, doesn't matter from this point, okay? So let's consider this lowest black candle here. This is the low of the candle, this is the high of the candle. So let me make it visible for you using this line. Okay, so whenever we have this line, this candle, if we consider and start counting our swing from here, swings are, by the way, swings are this U-turn, okay, which happens on the chart, okay? It could be from down to up, or it could be from up to down, okay? These V-shapes, okay, all of them are called, and these U-turns are called swings, okay? So why do we use these swings? Swings are the ways that building blocks that they're defining volatility on the market, and it shows that where on the chart the price had tendency to go up and where it turned back and change their ideas. I mean, that's as you see, as you remember, depths of the market. Okay, so we have buyers and sellers, and these movements are representation of their mental decisions. So by having this swings and these ideas on the chart, we can just find some patterns, some repeated things that happen on the chart, which is based on people's mind and mentality and decision. Okay, this happens over and over in every time frame, in every asset, and anytime. Okay, so we have to have a way of just defining these swing points rigidly. Different people have different kinds of defining the swing points. So the more mechanical your way is, the better result you will get because you will not doubt that you're doing the correct job, and you will be concentrated on analyzing. So now that we have this one, if we start from this point, so whenever we have a break of high or low, we're going to update it. So here, now again, if we started from here, let's say this, we have up break, and now we're going to compare this candle with the next candle. So we don't have a low break, we have high break. So then in that case, we're going to extend our line like this. Later again here, we're going to extend it again. We're going to do this when we have an opposite break direction, like in this one. So we're going to continue doing this. Okay. Now here we have both up break and down break. It is outside bar. So it is one of those bars, one of those three kind of bars, which is possible you can see on the chart. Okay. This one is outside bar, and the other one is inside bar. Inside bar means that it doesn't break high and low of the previous candle. So we call this inside bar. It's interesting that we have these three kinds of candles on the chart. Let me zoom in, and you can see it easily. So they happened here one after another. These are trending candles. These ones are those that they are just breaking both sides. They are called outside bars, and those that they can't either neither break high or low. This one is inside bar. This black one is also inside bar here, and we will have these are trending because they are just breaking from one side. They're just breaking either from the high side or the low side of the candle. So now, what we are supposed to do in when we want to just define the turning points on the chart based on the high and low and break of the high low of the candles, so we have to consider their inside movement of the candle. So here, so far, the price was there. Later, we have a movement, and open of the candle was here. So it means that the price moved down and it went up. Sorry, it went down, and later it couldn't sustain and went up. It means that if I want to just draw this using this one, so let me erase this. And okay, so it means that the price went down. It opened here. It tried to go down, but it couldn't sustain and it went up. Okay, again, it closed here. And then we have open up the market here, open up the candle here. It tried to go a little bit up, but it couldn't sustain and it went down. And finally, it was closed in here. Okay, so this is the movement you can see inside the candle. Okay, now to summarize it, to make it easier, so we're not going into the details and we're just ignoring inside bars, and we're directly connecting this one like this from here to there and from here to there, because again, we have inside bar here. We're going to ignore that. And this is this one, and like this. Again, we have the break of the down candle here and this one. And again here. So we're going to move it like this. By comparing them, here we have also outside bar, the movement inside it, and the previous candle was important. So we will have this one, and we prefer this. Later we will have this, and these ones are inside candles for this. So that's why they are going to be ignored. And we are going to, okay, again, we have outside bar here inside this. So here, and we will go like this. Okay, this is the way that is almost mechanical way. This one is also outside bar. The previous candle is green. It means that it started from here and it ended up in here. So now here, this one opens up there and it wanted to go down, but it couldn't sustain. So that's why we're going to go and do this to see the inside of the chart. So now the way we are just defined this, is just mechanical, and we are in this case we're going to just face three kinds of candles. Okay, one type of the candles are the ones that they're breaking either the high of the candles or low of the previous candles. Okay, but the other ones are just breaking both sides. We call them outside bars, which you have to be careful how to just define their roadmap. And the other one is inside that we are going to ignore it and we don't consider it. Okay. Now, why do we use this one? What is the use of it? If you just consider this one, if we want to just drop the legs on this last trend here, I'm going to show you what happens in the lower time frame if you do it correctly. So you're going to have, without even shifting down, you're going to have the overall idea, what is happening inside these candles, okay? And you're going to just draw it almost correctly. So now if you want to start from here, this one is inside bar. If no, it is not inside bar because this is down, so that's why. This is not inside bar, and this one is inside bar, so we're going to ignore that. And it went up. This is outside bar. So the previous candle before outside bar is important. So this is actually a red, or we call it black candle, a bearish candle. So that's why we're going to consider its low, the closing of the candle, and low of it. Later it went up, later it failed and came down to this part here. And again there, like this. The movement continued, and we have it like this so far, this one. If I want to just fix it, it's like that one. Now, this is 5-minute candle. So if we want to go down and check it on 1-minute candle, you see that we have almost all the swing parts exactly there. And it's interesting, there is a point here, okay? The swings that these U-turns that they are visible on the higher time frame, I mean, these ones, okay, they belong to the 5-minute time frame. They don't belong to like 1 minute. This is important. I'm going to talk about it later. What does it mean? For example, we have some swings here, each two. Let me highlight that one. I mean, this one. You cannot see it on the 5-minute time frame. Yeah. So because these swings belong to this 1-minute candle, 1-minute chart. So this range of the candle is from there to there, and this leg and the swing belong to 1-minute candle, 1-minute time frames. And the same is here. So you cannot see this movement, I mean, this swing in higher time frame. But you can see this one, this one, this one, this one, because they belong to higher time frame. And if we go to lower time frame, even like 15 seconds, okay, starting from, if I can have enough of these bars, yeah, from the very beginning. So this yellow one is exactly this 1-minute candle. So we will have more detail here, and you will see this. This is the way that it is defined. And you can have the rough idea of where 5-minute candle, 5-minute swings, 5-minute chart swings are. So, and our best intention is whenever we have one up movement, okay, we want to just take the middle of it and find and try to trade the actually core of the movement aligned with the higher time frame, which gives us more probability. So, for example, here, so we're looking for only sells unless we have the opposite of the theory, and one of these swings break up, and we have uptrend. So we will look for buys because we have bullish movement and we don't have bearish movement anymore. So this one was Gann way of counting the swings or finding the swings, okay, which is rigid based on high and low of the candles. Now the second one that I'm going to just show you is based on close of the candles. It is 3 bars close of the candles. So in the other video, you can see that one.